Hey everybody, Steve here, wanting to talk with you about gratitude. Why? Because gratitude is so critical to so many areas of life, from your personal relationships, your professional relationships, to your mental and emotional health, and even spiritually to the nurture and health and well-being of your soul, and on and on. I was inspired by this, not only by the upcoming holiday, but by a quote I read recently by Brene Brown. And Brene writes, I quote, "I never talk about gratitude and joy separately for this reason. In 12 years, I've never interviewed a single person who would describe their lives as joyful, who would describe themselves as joyous, who was not actively practicing gratitude." End of quote. Are you actively practicing gratitude? You need to actively do this because just agreeing that it's good to be grateful, just agreeing that it's good to be thankful, doesn't change anything for you or for anybody else. It's not a matter of mental assent. It's a matter of action. Gratitude is absolutely a choice because it just doesn't come naturally. What comes naturally is to gripe and to complain and to feel sorry for yourself and to blame other people for your situation or even for how you feel. What's natural is to worry and to fret about the future, about not having what you need or losing what you've got. All of those things are very, very natural. No one needs to teach you to gripe and complain. But you do need to be taught, you need to be challenged, and then you need to practice gratitude. We're talking about practice. Yes, we're talking about practice. Because if you want to be an amazing guitar player or even a passable guitar player, you need to get some lessons from someone, or maybe it comes naturally to you. You still have to practice. Most people have to really practice. I know a few people who it seems like they picked up the guitar and they're just amazing. That's a very small percentage of people. Most of us have to really put forth effort to learn something like that. Same thing with a foreign language. Russian, Chinese, Spanish. I'm Latino, but I didn't grow up speaking Spanish. I grew up speaking English. So in my later life, really in my 50s, I devoted myself to learning, the mother tongue, my native tongue, which just wasn't so native to me. And I immersed myself. I went to Guatemala, went to Costa Rica, Mexico, different places. I've studied, this is how I developed skills. And then I practiced, man. We're talking about practice. So you might think that that's the case when it comes to sports or to some other skill, but it's really true when it comes to some of these really important spiritual and personal practices, these disciplines. And so I want to challenge you right now to pause and to give thanks for where you live. You might live in a really nice place and you might live in a not so nice place. You might live with really great people or you might live in a difficult living situation. I still want to challenge you, in spite of what's, imperfect about it, to give thanks for the fact that I hope you have a roof over your head and that, there's heat. It's November here in Colorado. It's chilly outside. If you're in a heated living situation, that's a good thing. If you go to the faucet and water comes out and it's cold or hot like it's supposed to be, that's a gift. Are you thankful for that? Do you choose to give thanks to God for a roof over your head? How about to your roommates who help pay for rent, or your parents who pay for rent, or for people who cook in your home or clean, or will you practice expressing your gratitude to these people? How about employment? Do you have a job? Do you need a job? Maybe you don't even need a job because someone else is taking care of you. Hey, there's someone to give thanks to, something to give thanks for. But if you have a job, that's a gift. It's a blessing. and it's probably not necessarily the perfect job, but I know someone who's been unemployed for some time and just today learned that they got a job. You know what? This is the happiest guy on earth right now. And, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And just try being unemployed for a while and you'll know, you may have that in your experience. And there's a place for going to your boss and saying to him or her, thank you. I just want to stop. It's Thanksgiving season. I want to thank you for this job and for what I've learned here and what I get to do here. This is amazing stuff. It's really powerful in your relationships. People will feel your appreciation and they'll appreciate you for it. And now you just get some good juju going. Well, this is a practice, so I want to ask you to just even right now, maybe you want to close your eyes and just give thanks to God for your job or your living situation or for your friends or for your health. Just stop right now. You can even pause this video for a moment and just give thanks to him. It's a practice. You know what you could do? You could think of somebody you're grateful for and send them a text right now. You could pause this right now and send a text that says, hey, I was just thinking about gratitude. I was just listening to somebody talk about it, and I thought about you. And I just want to say thank you for you and for whatever it is that you're grateful for. This can take you 30, 45 seconds and make a profound difference in your relationships and in someone else's life. And it'll change you into a grateful person, and I predict a joyful person. That's what I have for you here today. I hope that this is something that you will choose to practice. And if you do, then I would encourage you to maybe share this with a friend who you think could use this kind of challenge and encouragement. I'd love to hear from you myself, but just if you want to leave a comment and tell me what you've done with this and what difference it makes, that would be really cool. I'm Steve from Get Your Business Done, Life and Leadership Coaching, and happy Thanksgiving to you. Take care and bye-bye.